And we're back after a brief break. You're watching Attorney Joe Flores on South Texas Crossfire. There's a flurry of activity out there. There's a lot of excitement. Don't forget, 232-9670 is the magic number if you want to get involved right here in the South Texas area in politics, in voting Democrat or voting Independent or Republican. Get out there and vote. And don't just vote the straight ticket. Vote for what is right for the seniors, for veterans, for children, for people who need Medicare benefits, for those that their benefits are going to be cut. And don't listen to that rhetoric that 47% of the poor vote with Obama. That's okay. I used to be poor too, and I still am some days, you know. If it wasn't for Pell Grants, I wouldn't be a lawyer. Okay, so here with us we have a lovely lady, Kendra Goins, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, very nice to meet you, ma'am, and thank you for coming on the program. Now, you are a concerned mother, you're a concerned businesswoman, and you're a concerned community activist. Why should people come out to vote?
People should come out to vote because they really, have no idea what's at stake. And just like earlier, one of the attorneys said that, it's not a Democratic thing, it's a Republican thing where everybody's going to be affected.
Right.
Especially if, Romney gets in office. A lot of the times what I think about is there's voters that are seasoned, that they've been in 3, 4, 5, elections and so forth. And my real concern is making sure they get out. And I know a lot of times some of them get up in age, they get in nursing homes, they get in places where they're not able to vote. So it's up to the ones that are able to get out there and vote to pick up the slack where those individuals, those aging individuals are not. Able to vote.
Right.
But also, too, at the same time, our younger people, our younger generation is so imperative that they get out to vote. As soon as they hit 18, they need to go register to vote, because their voice makes a difference as well. And they really have no idea what's at stake because, they're in their own worlds and so forth. But, it's really imperative that, everyone who's able to get out to vote.
Let me ask you this. You also not only raised a family,
yes,
but you and your husband, you work hard every day.
Yes.
And how have you seen since 2008? Obama came on with the worst economy since FDR, right? How have you seen things change, improve since 2008?
Well, one thing about it is my husband makes pretty good, okay? And, even though he makes, pretty good, and I'm in graduate school. I have
That's
two
right.
in college.
You're going back to school, and you have people in college.
Right. I have 2 in college. So, even though the money is being made, still, there's, how can I say it? If Romney gets in office, I can't imagine as far as how in the world is he going to fix what Obama has been, working on the past 4 years.
Sure.
How does he think he's going to be able to do any better than what Obama was doing? And he's already laying out things on the table that he's going to cut left and right.
I saw nothing but attacks at Obama, but no real plan in the debates. I don't know about you. What do you think?
I really, really think, that, as far as how Obama earlier was said, Obama will state the facts and so forth. Romney, of course, he's going to say things that, he feel people are going to want to hear,
Sure,
to get him in office and so forth. But, he really, really needs to, get back down to earth and really, really focus on what's really going on and not in some kind of la-la dreamland as far as what he might, want to like a hocus pocus. Okay, this is what's going to happen, just with the touch of a wand, everything is going to go, better, and
if you
really,
were out there and you have been canvassing the vote and you were knocking on doors, what would you tell the people out there why it is important to vote? Knocking now on a couple of 100,000 doors, why is it important?
It is important because regardless of if there's any issues, more than one issue, just say if there's just one issue, that's going to affect them. It might just be one, but there might be 2 or 3 as far as other issues at stake that could affect them. But there's going to be at least one issue that affects them. It might not affect them directly, but it might affect a family member, a relative, a neighbor, somewhere down the line, somebody that they know. If not them personally, someone's going to be affected.
Sure. And I want to thank you for that. You know, this is real people out there that are raising families, sending people to college, going back to college themselves, like Kendra. Thank you for coming on so much, because I think it's important. We bring on a lot of politicians. We bring on a lot of people that are already in office. But it's important also to get people out there that are actually voting, that actually are affected and impacted by the decisions of politicians. Kendra Goins, thank you for coming on. A mom, a community activist, and a businesswoman. We're going to be right back, and we're going to bring on another community activist. We like to call him the White Buffalo, a white Democrat, Tommy Guns, when we come back.
Have you been arrested or are potentially facing criminal charges? You need a trial attorney who is well-versed in the courtroom. Joe Flores has handled hundreds of criminal cases and many of them to trial. Joe Flores can provide you with competent representation to protect your constitutional rights in state and federal court. Joe Flores can help if you have been arrested or facing criminal charges. The law offices of Joe Flores. Equal justice for all.
I think it's a betrayal of public trust. That is just not ethical.
I left the Democratic Party because of her.
The reason is because you're taking Republican money.
The money of those people that pay me as a consultant. What are you taking? What did you take in Crosstown? Took money. I saw it, and I saw them pay you checks.
Okay, hold on. Everybody. And we're back after a brief break, and I'm always hard on my buddy Tommy Guns. We've been out there in the cold, in the sleet, putting out signs into the earth. We've gone out there and helped our candidates. But let me tell you, when you have a white Anglo-Saxon Democrat, you got to go catch him and put him on camera. Welcome, brother. How you doing?
Good to see you, Joe. Thanks for having me on the show.
I didn't want to go racial there, but come on, man. Most of your brethren are Republican and Tea Party. Why are you a Democrat, and why do you believe in the Democratic Party and Obama?
Well, you know, it goes way back. My family's been a Democrat for a long, long time. And, you know, it's...
Mayor of Corpus Christi,
in 1859.
That was your forefather.
Yeah, it was my great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Reuben Holbein,
Yeah.
who is, anybody could check their history books. Yes, Tommy Guns, great-great-great-great-grandfather.
So, you know, I'm, you know, family to the forefathers and founders of our city, and who are Democrats.
Let me ask you this. You've got a credit restoration business, okay? You're helping people get back on their feet, and you're helping people that are on the brink of bankruptcy. What have you seen out there, and the hope, the disparity that's out there, but what have you seen since Obama's administration, 2008 to now?
Well, the programs to help people save their home from foreclosures has been a great help. And the federal government and the programs that are designed to help people, you know, prevent that foreclosure from happening. Late payments, and because of the economy, and you know, as much as we bring in the house, it's going right back out.
Right.
You know, it's straight across the board. And
Well,
so,
let me ask you this really quick. Okay, when the people tell you, like, they don't understand what's happening when they're losing their homes or their credit has just gone to, you know, HE double hockey sticks and a handbasket, right? They don't understand what's going on. Now, when you try to explain to people, why do the banks get a bailout and we don't?
exactly, and it should be the other way around. The big corporations keep these big bailouts. They basically have padded their pockets, and in a lot of aspects. So, you know, hopefully there'll be change. Hopefully things will be better. In the industry that I'm in, Joe, helping consumers overcome credit challenges, I've seen late payment histories and medical bills and things that they're unable to pay because they're taking care of their household needs. And so therefore, depending on the statute of limitations and the items that are reporting on the report, you know, we're helping people recover from economic woes and credit challenges so they can move forward, because the credit score is one area in their life and their family that could certainly have an impact. Refinancing their house, refinancing their car, refinancing anything, and also qualifying for programs and homes and loans. So
well, and the other part of it is that you represent even the U.S. Marshals, and you've represented federal agents, you've represented people that work in the prison system. How does a credit score and the bad economy that Obama has taken over, how is that impacting how they get a job?
It's very important. The Department of Homeland Security is doing background investigations on applicants for the U.S. Border Patrol. Almost 90% of employers today are now requesting a credit application with the background investigation.
Are you serious?
In order to qualify for the job.
So if you got a bad credit score but never had a felony, it could count as much against you as you had say a DWI or you had a felony offense if your credit score is 600.
Absolutely.
Because why? Why do they look at the credit score?
They look at it as failure to maintain financial responsibility.
Right.
And if you're in a federal government position or job, they look at it as a possible security breach because you would be subject to accept a bribe.
Security breach. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
You owe debt.
I get it.
Okay, hey, you want to pad your pocket. You know, basically that's how they look at it.
I never thought about that. Well, okay, anyway, I'm sorry. That's a whole different show. I mean, I'm going to bring you on for like 90 minutes on that. But, okay, 20 seconds, knocking on the door of a Tea Party Republican. They're going to say, you're a Democrat? What? I mean, are you an alien from another, you what? Why would you tell them, look, why should I vote for Obama? Why should I vote for Democrats? 30 seconds. You're on, Tommy.
Well, the main thing is that they get out and vote. It's not so much that, you can tell them to switch shoes and hats and jeans and colors of their shirt, okay, when they've been wearing that for a while. I've personally been contributing to Joe Benavidez' campaign.
Go Gunny.
Block walking for Gunny, and we would encourage everyone in the precinct 1, place 1 to get out and vote for Joe Benavidez. He's a retired U.S. Marine, and we definitely want to encourage people to get out and vote, whether you're Democratic or Republican.
Yes, and he's a Justice of the Peace candidate. So we want to thank Tommy Guns, the assassin of bad credit, but also and I'm sorry about the White Buffalo comment, but you're looking good. Planet Fitness is doing you good, brother. We're going to go over there and work out together. I promise, on camera. Anyway, so Tommy Guns, you're going to be out there getting out the Democratic vote. We're probably even going to be doing early voting together and night ops, doing sign detail, everything else, okay?
You know I'm in.
All right, Tommy Guns, and anybody want to get a hold of you? What's the number to get involved?
You can contact us at 214-632-5528. And
say it again, one more time.
214-632-5528. We are Corpus Christi founded and
you just
March 2000.
But that number's from Big D because you had some business up there too.
Yes, because we've had an office there for a long time.
All righty. Well, and also if they want to go with you, or will you take out a couple of people to vote?
Absolutely.
All right, at that number. Anyway, give it to Diamond Dave. We'll put it up on the screen. Thanks for coming by, and we'll be right